It's time to welcome the Checotah Wildcats to our 2021 Media Day. Coach Ross, would you start us off here with some general comments as you look forward to the season?
Yeah, I think we got quite a bit of kids coming back from last year, and majority of them were at every single workout all summer, so we're pretty pumped up and excited.
Coach, you added a lot of staff this year. Can you kind of talk about the changes staff-wise?
Yeah, I mean, being a head coach, you got to always evaluate, all parts of your program, and I think it was good for some changes, and we lost one guy that we didn't want to, and but we've replaced him, and I think it's just there's a lot of different changes, but the guys have really responded to it, and I think they're excited about it.
Now, you're going to have both a new offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, correct?
Correct.
Talk about those guys by name.
Yeah, Carter Bradley, he was at Fort Gibson for a while. He was at Muskogee last year. He's a pretty veteran coach, and that's what I always look for, is trying to hire people older than I am that have been around it longer than I have. He does a good job, and our defense coordinator is Rusty Harris. Been around the area quite a bit. I think he's got over 30 years of experience.
I believe he was coach at Muskogee when you were a player, was he not, or just a little bit after that?
Yeah, after.
Okay.
And so he's come in, he's ran our defense. Both these guys have added to our culture and to our community already, and that's what I'm excited about.
Of course, COVID was a hardship on everybody, but especially for those like yourself that were coming into a new situation. Talk about how easier it's been for you having this full preseason.
Yeah, well, I would say with these guys up here and a couple, I think we have 13 seniors, they made it easy last year for me just because they were used to coming up and being prepared and working out. But I feel like this summer has been so much easier. Plus, it's been less stressful for me that these kids are in a routine and the way we do things.
Okay, let's start down here with Kyler. Can you talk about that? How's it been better for you having this full spring and summer and getting to know the coach a little bit better?
Well, it's better for me because
go ahead and lean over into the mic.
All right. So last year I got quarantined and I was out for the last 2 games of the season, and I didn't get to play. I really didn't get to hang out with my teammates that much. But now that spring and everything and summer practice coming along, I hang out with them a lot more and got to know Coach Ross a lot better.
Okay. Down here, a lot of attention on you, both college and, of course, the expectation of this team. So far now, how many offers have you got at Division I? I want to get an update on that.
I've got 5 offers so far.
Okay, and from who?
Iowa State, Kansas, Memphis, Nebraska, and North Texas.
You're live right now. You could go ahead and make a commitment if you wanted to. Are you ready?
Where's the caps?
What's talk about your expectations for this year? Your last go around. You've got some guys here that have had some honors up front as far as your offensive line. What are your expectations?
Well, I'm hoping we can just make it far and just do good this season. Yep.
What was the toughest thing about, what's been the easiest thing about getting back to normal this year?
The easiest thing?
In terms of no COVID restrictions, y'all were probably gone from school longer than anybody in the area because of the stipulations over there and all. So looking at all you missed last year, has it been easier getting back to more of a routine, or was it, with last year, were you able to kind of work out easier on your own, get rested up, and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of a whole lot easier this year. Everybody's coming to workouts and getting in the weight room.
Okay. Trenton, can you kind of add to this about the adjustments? And I'll throw in another one here. Not only the difference between 2020 and COVID and not having the restrictions now, but also you've got a lot of new coaches out there to communicate with. What kind of, tell me some of the things that kind of struck you as, being easier or different, maybe even harder this year?
Well, that's a good question. It would be getting used to the new coaches, like to our new offense. That kind of struck me. But it's a better overall offense than what it was last year.
You've heard Coach Ross's voice now going into a second year. How is he, evaluate him, how is he different from last year? See, can you tell he's more comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you another question here. Who is your best cheerleader on Friday nights? Who is out there cheering for you the loudest?
My sister.
Your sister. Older sister, younger sister? You got
Older
one sister?
I have two.
Two. Okay, which one is the loudest?
Probably my sister, Shayla.
Okay. Is she the older one?
Nah, she's
A young one. Okay. Dontier, what about you?
I'd have to say my granny. Go Feet.
Okay. Kyler, you got one?
Go Feet.
Probably my mom. She's
Okay.
really loud.
Jake, you can pick that one up over here and answer that question. I've got a couple other things for you.
My biggest fan is probably just both of my parents, my dad and mom.
Okay. Who's the loudest?
Oh, that's a hard one. I can't answer that one for you.
Who on this team has, over the course of the last couple of years, been most helpful in terms of your development? I'm talking about a player now. I'm also going to ask you that from another standpoint. But as far as a player, who has helped you most in your preparation?
Well, any quarterback will feel comfortable with six behind you.
Okay, I didn't quite hear you.
Any quarterback would feel very comfortable with six behind you.
Thank you, Jay.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you're in quite a nice little sandwich there with the guys you got up front, too.
Yeah, this guy blocking for me, he's very good, very talented.
Yeah, that sort of goes into this. You've got some very good building blocks up front, that are seasoned. You've got a seasoned running back. You've got a guy that's a potential, receiving target here. You've got the weapons. Now it's on you. How does that feel to Jake Vernon going into this season?
It feels very comfortable. Like, I feel like I can make the reads, or when he's running the ball, I can throw the ball. I feel like nobody can prepare for us.
Where have you focused most of your work this summer?
Making better reads.
Okay. Omarion, you've been all area on our all area team. Have you gotten any? Have you talked to any colleges so far?
Yeah, I've been talking to a few coaches.
To who so far?
UCA, UCO, and Abilene State.
Okay. What have you done in terms of this off season to better yourself as a player?
I've been attending college camps and working on footwork and stuff.
What's some of the evaluation? What's the best evaluation you've gotten at a camp so far?
That I'm quick on my feet.
Okay. Who on this team, or even last year's seniors, who has helped you the most in terms of your development as you've gone from a freshman to this year? Who's influenced you the most? Who's inspired you or whatever?
That's a good one. I don't know.
You. How about a coach?
All my coaches.
Okay. Who is somebody you look up to out there in terms of their talent and the way they carry themselves as an athlete? Who inspires you the most as you look at pro, college, whatever?
Chase Young,
Okay, explain why.
because he just go out there and dominate and make plays.
Okay, Jake, go back to you in terms of your development at this point, and what coach have you felt a particular connection to in terms of your development? And what particular thing have they done that's really helped you, or said, advice, that kind of thing?
Well, last year we had an offensive coordinator, Coach Young. He really helped me out. But this year I'm starting to feel a connection with Coach Bradley. He's been really helping me out. We've been going and watching, if that's film or going on the board talk. He's been really helping me out.
You've got a guy that played quarterback and ran up some pretty good numbers next to you during his playing days. Carter, actually at the same school, just and a few years beforehand. You've had that one constant voice going into the second year. You've got Coach Bradley out there. It's been there a short time. You feel like you're kind of a quick study in terms of learning from new faces?
It's definitely a challenge, but I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job at it.
Okay. Coach, talk about the schedule ahead. I mean, I think there's elevated expectations for this team with what you've got coming back, and in the 3A district you guys are in.
Yeah, I think it's one of the toughest districts in the state. These guys know that too. We've talked about finishing. Last year we took the lead in the fourth quarter over Stigler and Seminole, but we didn't finish. So that could have changed our route, quite a bit. And as far as our non-district, it just got tougher adding Metro Christian, but it's like we tell the kids, you're going to have to be in those games, you're going to have to learn how to finish and learn how to win those, so when we get into district and then playoffs, and those roads are going to go through a Christian school. I mean, that's the facts. So we want to try to play as many as we can and learn how to finish.
Any final thoughts, Coach?
No, I'm excited. These guys have been working their butts off, and they've adjusted a new coaching staff, and our administration has done a really good job of doing everything they can to help us, and I appreciate it, and appreciate you guys for having us out here. And go Cats.
Go Cats. Thank you, everybody. Good luck this season.
Thank you.